But we're gonna go ahead and keep the show going. We're gonna do the grapevine, but before we do the grapevine, we're gonna do the disclaimer, and then we're gonna keep it rolling.
Copyright disclaimer. Under Title 17 U.S.C. Section 107, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
All right. So through the grapevine, this story has been really big. And I know Queen Sheba keeps up with everything. She's up to date on everything right now. So this has been like the story of the week. Everyone has been talking about this. And it's kind of getting a lot of people are making jokes about it, which is kind of odd because it does involve a tragedy. So there was this company called OceanGate that put down I forget what it's actually called. It's not even really a submarine, but it's this little pod.
It's called I think they called it a submersible.
Yeah.
To go, 5 people paid 6 figures each to go down and look at the Titanic wreckage. They were only supposed to be down there for 10 hours, but the submersible went missing and it was missing for days. And everyone was kind of like really keeping up to date because they were saying that they were going to run out of oxygen by Thursday. So everyone woke up Thursday morning like, what happened? And it turns out that the submersible, due to like the pressure of the ocean, imploded. They think it happened about like Sunday or Monday, I think. So they were already gone. Whenever everyone was kind of like waiting for Thursday, it was a lot of I don't think any of them were American. They're all like British. One of them was Pakistani, and he had his son on board with him too, his 19-year-old son. And they unfortunately did all pass away due to this tragedy. And like I said, it's been getting a lot of coverage on social media, news sites, and I think a lot of people are kind of not making. Like they're making jokes, making light of it because it could have been avoided. Like they're like saying like, they chose to do this.
Sometimes we could be insensitive, even in the worst. Now, if we use the common sense, you know, and I hope that doesn't sound insensitive there, but just think about it: getting into a makeshift capsule, and you're going to go down. It takes years for engineers and research to build submarines and all of the stuff that they do to be able to go under. So sometimes with money, we tend to think because we have money, we can do things, we can circumvent regulations, we can get things done. And I think this is what happened in this incident. Any feedback you guys have on that?
Did they find bodies?
There are no bodies. It imploded.
There are no bodies. Baby.
They found evidence of the implosion, but I don't think that's going to happen. Yeah. They were presumed dead because of
sea animals.
Yeah. Sharks and anything else down there.
Yeah, and I think one of the reasons it's also getting a lot of like the kind of attention is because even before like they did the thing, they were doing like all their little promotionals and videos talking about it. And I want to say that the entire like submersible was controlled, or like the guy showed that it's like, oh yeah, it's controlled by this little controller, like a video game controller.
$30.
Yes,
it literally looks like an Xbox controller.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
I'm looking up something. Yes. It said that the Navy heard the implosion.
Yes.
Yeah, and they thought it was banging at first, or that's what they told people. I think.
Well, I think that they knew. I read something that they said that they actually knew about it imploding before they even said that it was going to run out of oxygen.
They went missing on Tuesday.
Yes.
Right. They heard the implosion an hour after they started to submerge.
Yeah. Allegedly. Yeah. So that is in itself has been.
Let me tell you, a submarine can't go that deep in the waters without pressure. There's a lot of pressure down in that water down there. And the deeper you go, the higher the pressure get. I was watching a show on TV with Denzel Washington. What's the name of the show? When he was on the submarine.
It was a mutiny on board.
Mutiny, yeah.
But I forgot the name of it. Where they
Crimson Tide.
Yes.
Crimson Tide.
That was a really
and they motor stopped on the submarine. And if they get down to like 1,800 feet, that mean that they were all gonna die.
Mm.
And somehow they was able to get the motor running again to emerge from under the depths of the sea. And so if they have a little capsule going down that far, if a whole submarine can explode or
Yes.
you know,
Yes.
somebody wasn't thinking on this,
Right.
you know, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
and that's kind of what like the criticism is, right? Like a lot of people are saying like, what this doesn't sound like a good idea. Like,
No.
why would you put yourself in this situation? Someone asked on YouTube, Stephen Robart said no one tried to rescue them, and there were a lot of efforts to try to
Yeah.
rescue them. They could not find it.
Mhm.
And obviously, you know, with tragedies like this, the media doesn't like Queen Sheba said, like the media doesn't always put out things up to date.
No,
As-
they don't put the truth out immediately.
Yeah, they have to kind of wait, assess the situation.
Right.
And, you know, you also want to think about the families too,
Yes.
right? Like
Mhm.
The loved ones.
you don't want to put out information that might be not right or like if
Yeah.
they're not for sure about something. Yeah.
Exactly.
But that's a good cut the crap up moment also. You shouldn't, I know, but you shouldn't give people false hope like that.
Yeah.
You know, and you're giving that family false hope, and you know, darn well 10 hours after they went down, they was,
Allegedly. Allegedly.
yeah, for the camera.
Allegedly.
For the camera.
Allegedly.
So was
But-
one of the guys a billionaire?
Yes, I
Yeah.
think a few of them, a couple of them.
Yeah, to
Okay.
spend 6 figures to do a little adventure, you gotta be rich.
Look at the
Yeah.
profiles of everybody that was on that
Mhm.
capsule.
Yes.
They were pretty
Well off.
High
Say it.
profile.
what's the
Say.
when you have a CEO, right, of a company,
Yes. Okay.
you can companies can literally put a price tag and insure you as intellectual property. I may be saying it wrong.
Yes. You're saying.
So when you look at each and every profile, with the exception of the 19-year-old,
Mhm.
Yeah.
okay, I'm going conspiracy.
Well,
Mhm.
I like that. Walk it on down.
I was talking about this with a friend last night because there was a delay in the efforts after the Navy allegedly heard the implosion.
Mhm.
Could anybody stand to gain anything
only the
from not searching or delaying
or
the search?
delaying the search.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Because I was like, wait a minute, there was a billionaire on board who was aware that he was going under. Not saying that anybody did this. I'm
Yes,
just
it's
Mhm.
allegedly.
from I'm just speaking from a perspective of people that are tuned in. How come there was a delay? Number one, could anybody stand to benefit
Mm.
from their loss
Mhm. Yeah.
by way of corporations?
Mm.
I don't know.
I love
Things that
that.
make you go, mm.
I also saw, and you know, a bunch of people are talking online, and none of this is true, right? Like it's just
Right,
we're
we're
talking
just talking.
conspiracy
Yeah.
here. I also saw that like, you know, when you have a lot of money, you can have kind of control. Like like maybe they're faking their death. Like some people are saying that maybe this is all fake too. That like maybe
That's a
these
good
people they did something and they wanted to disappear, and
Just
So
a lot
what
of
you saying?
conspiracy out
They
there.
on the island with Tupac and Elvis Presley,
they could be.
No, with the other guy.
Did with the other guy.
What's his name?
Ken Lay.
The one that he was allegedly taking the little girls to different islands.
Oh,
Yes.
What's that
yes.
man's name?
Yeah.
Is it Weinstein?
Weinstein.
Epstein.
Yeah.
Epstein.
Epstein.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Weinstein.
Yes. Yes. What did you call it?
Weinstein. There's Harvey Weinstein and then something Epstein. I don't-
Jeffrey Epstein.
Jeffrey Epstein.
Yes,
I get them all
yes.
mixed up.
Well, you know, the one thing I want to say, no matter what, there were still loved ones back here.
for sure.
And at the end of the day, I can only imagine whether I got the information or not, whether it's true or not. My loved one, the last I knew, was on that capsule. And so that kind of, I couldn't imagine you, Lawrence, unless we had a whole conversation and I knew what was going on. I couldn't imagine not knowing.
I won't. I ain't gonna say that.
Okay, thanks. You
We're
would-
gonna leave that alone.
We're going to leave him alone. Okay.